much money as I want from the market because
Okay, so guys, how are we all doing here? So how are we all doing here, guys? And nice to see you all here. Nice to see you all here. So what's gonna happen from this moment is I will be dropping live analysis. So I'll be making live analysis here with you. I'll be dropping live analysis here with you. Whenever I'm doing my analysis now, it's gonna be live. So that's what we're gonna be doing from now. So I'll be analyzing the GPP JPY here live with you, and you see my thought process and how I get to enter my trade and all of that. So this is what I'm here to do in this video. So I'm gonna share my screen with you, and if you have any question here, you just have to, you just have to drop it in the comment section. Just drop any question you have in the comment section now, and I'll do well to reply you. So I'll be sharing my screen. So I'll be sharing the entire screen with you here. So know what's happening. Share system audio. So let me share my audio also. So I'll be sharing my entering, and so I'll be going on this. I'll be sharing this with you. So I hope you still on and you can see what we're on here. So I'll be going on GBP JPY, or I should do it from the same screen. Okay. So let me do it from here. So this is GBP JPY, and I'm going to break it down for you here. So you see everything on GBP, see everything on GBP JPY and how it's going here with me. So you're going to see my strategies live here, how I trade everything, how I trade all my pairs, the GBP JPY and the XAUUSD, because the XAUUSD is what I trade for now, and the GBP JPY, that's the two things I trade for now. So here is GBP JPY on the 4-hour time frame. So I would love to go to some chart that is clean. So I will clean it off, and let's start from there. Okay, so I don't enough. I have enough markups, but for the sake of you here, my community, I'm going to cancel it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything here. So go afresh again. So I'll remove all the 24 drawings. So here is GBP JPY on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, what I normally do for me is I'll go on the 4-hour time frame or on the higher time frame. And what I'll do on the higher time frame is that I would love to, I would love to search what's happening. I would love to know what's happening first. I'll just zoom in. It's kind of like a map, it's kind of like a map. I'll zoom everything in, just zoom in, zoom out to say, I'll zoom everything out to see what's happening. Then once I zoom out, I want to see key resistance points. So on the 4-hour, if I can't see key resistance points, I'll go again to the daily. This is what I do. I'll go again to the daily. If I don't see what I want on for, I go on the daily. Why am I doing this? I just want to mark everything out. I just want to get all my markups. You understand what I'm saying? I want to get all my markups. That's why I'm doing this. So here I've seen what I want to see. I just want to see the overall trend. So we are uptrending here, and I'll mark here as my, I'll mark up here. I'll mark here as a resistance point. So whenever the price gets to that resistance point, that particular resistance point, we should be mindful of our buys. We should be mindful of our buys. So that's what these zones are telling me. Whenever it gets there, I should be mindful of my buy. That's what these two zones are. It can break, but we just be mindful. Once it breaks, that will give us more confirmation, more assurance to get in on the trade. So on the daily, this is bullish. We are bullish here on the daily time frame, of which we all can see it here. So this is bullish on the daily time frame. So going to the 4-hour time frame. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We know what's happening on the daily time frame already. We are bullish on the daily time frame. So let's go now to the current trend and see what is happening. So let's mark out our zones here. On the 4-hour, this is a break of structure here. Let's label break of structure here. So this is a break of structure, and the low that lead to the break of structure, which is The low that led to the break of structure is going to be our protected low. This particular low that led to this high is going to be our protected, that led to this break of structure is going to be our protected. Once this low is taken out, it's a change of character. So these are protected low, PL, protected low. And so since we have there as our protected low, what we're gonna do again is we're gonna check if there is another, if there is more break of structure, which is we're going to mark out the height of this to this low, and we can see this is a break. So something is that I don't neglect most of these candles and these wicks. I don't neglect them because if my SL, so why I don't neglect them, this is why I don't neglect them. So let's say we are going on a short position and we want to sell from here, and see if we like, I'm telling you why I consider the weeks, and your SL is here. What happened? It has taken, like, the trade, you are no longer in the trade because this week they have taken you out. So I consider this week also as a break of structure. Whenever I see it break above the previous high or previous low, I consider my weeks as a break of structure. And these weeks, they are 4 hour weeks. They are not just maybe some 15 minute or some 5 minute weeks. So these weeks, they are 4 hour weeks. So what's going to happen is this is also a break of structure. I'll label here as my break of structure. So here is not going to be the protected low for the whole of this trend anymore. It's going to be a protected low for only this high. So where is it gonna stop? It's gonna stop here. And if we want to get the buy of this zone, what I do is I take my Fibonacci, I take it from the break of structure to the protected low. I mark out my 50, my zones from the 61. I mark out it from the 61 and to the 38. And most times all these zones, they are involved. So 100% here to the 0%, they are involved less below this particular protected low, then I know that's the change of character. But what I do most times is either I use these two, and there's a strategies also I use to know particular place where the price is likely to reverse. So I'll teach you everything in other videos, how I use my Fibonacci and all of that. So here I'm going to reduce it to this 50 and this 38, and I'm going to show you how I do it to get my sniper entry. I'm going to make a separate, I'm going to go live on a separate video and we can do that. So if I also still want to get in on an early trade here, if I want to get in on an early trade, this is what I will do. This is also a break of structure. That's internal structure. I'm going to use the internal structure, and we can see using the internal structure, we're using the same place. We are getting the same place as our what, our buy zone. So that's what it is here. Structure, what are we going to do again? We are going to plot it again from here to here. So it comes in again. So I'm not going to buy here. And why am I not going to, why did I say so? Because buying here is kind of like the price is not dropped yet. The price is not dropped. So is the price is kind of like high. You're trying to buy here now. They might take you out before going to the direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the external structure. The external structure on the 4 hour time frame. That's what I'm going to use. So this is external structure or internal structure to say. So this particular zone is external structure on the 4 hour time frame. So here is the internal structure on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm going to use this internal structure on the 4 hour time frame as my break of structure. So using there as my break of structure, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it from this low to this, from the high to the low there. So instead of buying there, you can see it now. You can see where the trick comes in now. So instead of buying at that particular up there, you see, so let's say we bought there and we'll go again. So there are two traders, one bought there, one bought here, and the other person or the other trader bought around here. So this is where, so this is where the trick comes in. So you can see the gap, you can see the gap. So if you have the capital to risk it from here, and so your SL can be below here because this is the protected low. I'm using it as a protected low now. Then your SL will be below there, then your take profit to be around here. That's fine, but that's 1:1. You understand? That's 1:1. It's not going to give you anything. So the big players, they know how these things work. So they know about this uh high price and low price. So what they normally do is they push the price down before they buy. They will love to bring the price to the lower point. So let's say they have 100 millions, or let's say they have 100 billion now to buy. They can use, they know they're going to buy, but they can use some percentage of that money they have, that 100 million, maybe 30M or 30B. They're going to use it to push the price below, down below. So you all buying from this particular zone, they're going to like push, take you out. We call it liquidity grab. So if they take you out now, let's say you bought there, you're out of the game. So they push it down, they might push it down to this particular low. So now the price is very low. Buying from here to here so that they can make more profit. So let's say we now that are buying here, let's see what is gonna happen. So we have our take profit here. Our SL definitely is going to decrease. So we are getting about 1:3 here at this particular zone. So you see, the first one we have 1:1, and this other one we have 1:3. So I'll still go down. I'm not going to, execute yet. I'll go down again to the 1 hour or the 45 minute to check my zones, how everything is placed and how my things are positioned. So you can see that on the 1 hour time frame, we still have zones here that we can draw, that we can get this zone. We can get that particular zone. And let me check this. So let's bring this here, this for here. We can see here it taps, so it works. So we are using the one here. So using the tool there, I'm still gonna decrease a bit. So I've decreased it now. I've decreased it here. I've decreased it here now. So let's wait for this to happen. So when we see the price taps in here, this is where we're gonna buy. This is where we're gonna take our buy. So I can go to the 45, and to also to the even to the 15 minutes to see that we have a very low point. What we are looking for is a better way, is a better place of entry. I'm looking for a better place of entry. So if I should still mark out this zone, it's still gonna give me the same stuff. So it's still gonna give me my 50% and all of that here, which is the reason why we got this buy to the upside. So you remember we have the external structure one, we have the internal structure. So we are using the internal structure right now. So here, those people selling, buying here, they were used as liquidity here. So they have to push the price very cheap. So if you understand that trick, you know why you should be very patient in this market, because you know that everybody is just looking for the big players. They are looking for a lower price or a lesser price that they can buy. They can buy the asset, the particular asset. So I would love to get a very low price, and I'll still drag it down. I'll bring it down a bit, and I'll bring this also down a bit. Are protected low. So here's our protected low, and our SL is going. Let's drag it a bit. 45 is enough. Okay, so 45 is enough. So this is what I'm waiting for. I'm buying from here to the up. 1:3.98. This is what I'm waiting for. So this is how I get my analysis. This is how I get my entry. This is how I get all of my stuff. So I think we are done for the moment. I think we are done for the moment, and I'll see you in my next video. So I'll go live again so we can do more analysis, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace out, and I love you all. Thanks for joining. If you joined, and if you can't join, if you couldn't join, the next time we'll go again. So I love you guys all, and stay blessed. Peace.